Welcome everybody. Today's webinar is about making sure our agency customers are getting the maximum value out of SimilarWeb, both for yourselves and for your clients. The webinar will run for about 30 minutes. Please do ask questions throughout the webinar. You can ask questions using the question pane or send us an email to similarwebinars@similarweb.com. We really want to hear from you today, so we'd be delighted for your questions. At the end of the webinar, we'll have 10 to 15 minutes of Q&A, at which point we will address the questions that you've asked. So presenting today, we have both myself, Jessica, and Nick Touchband. So I am Product Marketing Manager at SimilarWeb. Nick is one of our senior product consultants. So both Nick and I have been heavily focused on agencies over the past year, meeting with hundreds of prospects and customers from marketing agencies to understand their needs and challenges in order to be able to offer the right solution and packages. So just to let you know what we're going to be talking about today. So first of all, I wanted to announce the launch of our Market Intelligence for Agencies offering, which has been launched today. We've just put out some PR, so here's a sneak peek of our blog. Previously, we offered a limited package to agencies, but as a result of listening to our customers, we're now offering our full solution to agencies with the wide breadth and depth of our data and insights that we offer to brands. So in conjunction with this launch, today we're hosting this very special webinar specifically for our loyal agency customers to help make sure that you are getting the maximum value out of SimilarWeb and to showcase some of our broader solution that you may not be familiar with just yet. Agencies are our power users. They know how to do very intelligent stuff with our data. And many of our agency customers use SimilarWeb for one particular use case. But from talking to all of these different agencies, we've learned so many different great use cases from our customers. So we wanted to share them all with you today. We also want to show you how SimilarWeb can actually fit into your workflow. So it's not just something that's very valuable in theory, but something that will practically make a difference to your business and your agency. As I mentioned, we're now offering broader access to our data and insights. So in this webinar, we'll show some of the additional capabilities that we've now made available to agency customers. I'm sure you're all pretty familiar with SimilarWeb, but I just wanted to very quickly highlight that SimilarWeb has global and multi-platform data covering over 190 countries, covering websites on desktop and mobile web, as well as data on mobile apps. SimilarWeb has several thousand customers, including over 600 marketing agencies, many of which are part of the big 6 agency networks such as WPP, Dentsu, and Havas, as well as a variety of independent agencies. SimilarWeb also has many large brand customers from all different industries, basically anyone that has a digital presence, including big names like Google, eBay, Airbnb, and L'Oreal. So having spoken to many of our SimilarWeb's agency customers, we learned from our customers that they face 3 main challenges. So what we'd like to do today is just do a quick poll to learn out of these 3, what is your main challenge? So I'm just going to launch this poll live. What is your biggest challenge? You should see that on the screen. There we go. So what is your biggest challenge? Number 1, is it scaling your business by winning new clients? Is it proving your added value to your existing clients? Or is it quickly and easily reporting the results and insights to your clients? So I'll give you all a few seconds to vote now, please, and then I will share with you the results. So we've had 50% vote so far. We'll just give it another few seconds. All right, I am closing the poll. If you haven't voted, please vote now. Okay, closing the poll, and I will share with you the results. So, okay, so we see that about half of you are actually feeling all of these challenges, which is what we what we expect, as we've heard it from agencies. But other than those of you that feel all of these challenges, the main one seems to be quickly and easily reporting results and insights to clients, followed by scaling your business and proving your added value. So we really hope today to show you sort of different ways to use SimilarWeb for your customers, and also how to easily report and show the graphs and data from SimilarWeb easily in all your different decks and presentations. So now if we just go back to the presentation. Great, thank you so much. It's really very helpful to have a poll, and we learn so much from hearing from our customers. So just to summarize again, so what we've heard from all of our agency customers is the three main challenges is scaling your business by winning new clients, proving your added value to existing clients, and quickly and easily reporting results and insights, whether that's daily, monthly meetings, or QBRs. Now that we've heard all of your challenges, we want to show you our solutions. So many customers use SimilarWeb for one main use case, but we want to highlight all of the key use cases for agencies that you may be less familiar with. So number one is to create insight-driven pitches in order to land new business. So really entering a pitch, knowing everything about your prospect, their competitors and market before you've even met them. Whether that's understanding the different traffic sources, sending traffic to your prospects, different keywords, sending traffic, the engagement rates of your prospect and their competitors and the leaders in their market. So landing new business is solution number one. Use case number two is to build data-driven marketing strategies to make your clients successful. So basically, once you've landed that new business, your first job is to build a strategy for your clients, and SimilarWeb can help you do this through understanding their market share in a specific country, understanding the market landscape for different traffic sources, as well as many other capabilities. Number three is once you've won that client, you've built them the strategy, you then want to actually run and manage and optimize their campaigns and maximize the advertising budgets by showing your clients that you invest in the highest ROI channels, leveraging data from competitors and market leaders. Finally, as you all voted, the fourth sort of use case for agencies is to be able to easily produce the most insightful reports possible for your clients, and we will show you how to do this by downloading our visuals, different graphs and tables, building customizable dashboards for your different clients, and being able to report monthly, quarterly, annually, etc. Now I'm going to hand over to Nick, our Senior Product Consultant, who is going to show you how practically SimilarWeb can integrate into your workflow before diving deep into some of those use cases.
Hi Jessica, thanks for the introduction. I hope all the sound issues are solved. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's joined us right now. So before I jump onto the platform and highlight for you some of the new product releases that have appeared on SimilarWeb Pro, what I wanted to actually do was highlight this slide and give you some ideas as to how you can integrate SimilarWeb into your workflow. This quick visual here has kind of been built from hundreds of conversations with hundreds of different agencies of all shapes and sizes. The usage can be from a morning coffee, monitoring for spikes in traffic or trying to identify unexpected changes in behavior. So for instance, top trending keywords. At a weekly level, you can do analysis and track and monitor on behalf of your client's share of traffic week over week. You can look at the battlegrounds for paid keywords, for instance, or new referring partners that your client's competitors might be receiving. And all of this can be put into a context to give you some trend analysis of what's happening in a custom marketplace. At a monthly level for planners or a strategic level, we can look at month over month, quarter over quarter, year over year changes on a daily, weekly. We can show you how your clients' competitors are performing across different channels, so you can then help your clients to optimize this. You can identify new traffic driving opportunities and use the platform for content. At a strategic or quarterly review, you can isolate seasonal trends, analyze go-to-market strategies for either new or existing campaigns, and look at market expansion activities in either a local or international marketplaces to spot and identify emerging threats or partnership opportunities. So with this in mind and understanding how this can be used, whether for an account management level, at a new business development level, or a performance marketing level, what I'd now like to do is actually jump into the platform and highlight some of these features and use cases for you. So I believe most of our attendees are familiar to some extent with the platform. So what we're looking at here is an overview, and in the few short minutes that we have together, I'd like to highlight our industry analysis and website analysis tools. So with the industry analysis, and in the wake of Black Friday, as an example, let's look at consumer electronics. You can see here that we've actually segmented the internet into 240, 250 different industry verticals. And let's take as an example consumer electronics for e-commerce sites. I'm currently looking at this at a worldwide level, but many of you have joined us from the United States. So let's apply the US as a country filter. Before I do that, you can scroll down, and please note that we have over 58 countries where you can isolate traffic sources. So whether working with one of our predefined categories or a custom category, which I'll come on to shortly, where you can actually create your own niche groupings, the first tool I'd like to show is this, where we can actually identify the addressable market for you. So whether this is being used for a new pitch for new business, or whether this is being used to benchmark your client's competitor sets, we can see here that the consumer electronics category in the United States has received 415 million monthly visits. And here we have the engagement metrics to see how your site is doing side by side. To see who these sites are, if we simply click on the Top Sites tool, we can reveal the market leaders. We can see the share of traffic, monthly visits, and all the engagement metrics. And if we scroll across, we can actually filter by AdSense. By doing so, media planners have the ability to create their own custom whitelists. Now, if you'll allow me to do a quick detour, one thing that I would like to show is our new custom category and cross-reference this against keyword analysis. The iPad Pro is a popular item over the Black Friday period. So I'm just going to look at the last 28 days and pull out all the domains who are actually bidding for the keyword iPad Pro in the last 28 days, and we'll reapply our United States country filter. What I've identified here is a set of 20 competitors that we can now simply export, open up an Excel list, copy and paste, and I'm going to use this as the basis for my custom category. So if I now go back to the industry analysis and put in iPad Pro, keyword, paid, Black Friday, we can simply copy and paste, save the category, and so For account managers working with multiple accounts, you can get an instant review of a niche set. So here we can see the addressable market. Again, we'll reapply our US country filter. Is approximately 4 billion visits from the domains in this category, which we can see here. So here we've identified the top retailers who are actually investing in the paid keyword iPad Pro. To take this a level further, what we can now do is look at leaders by source. And this is useful for those doing channel planning and marketing. I'm now looking at the referrals received, the referrals traffic received to these sites. And we can do this channel by channel. If you wanted to optimize your clients' campaigns, we can see who the market leaders are for referrals traffic for any category. We can see here that Amazon.com overwhelmingly is receiving the highest number of referrals visits. But what's quite interesting here is if we look at number 4, Apple, the bounce rate for their referrals traffic, of which they received 18 million visits in the month of November for desktop traffic, is actually at 56%. So if you were looking to optimize a client's campaign by tracking and following the most successful sites receiving referrals traffic, you can then simply set your criteria and drill down a level further into each of these individual domain sites. The final thing that I'd like to highlight in our industry analysis tool is traffic sources. So whether working as a custom category or with one of our predefined groupings, we can reverse engineer all the sources of traffic to our category. What I'm looking at here is the relative percentage share of traffic coming to the category. And if we scroll down, what I can reveal is approximately 6,500 sites sending referrals traffic to our group. And we can see here Slick Deals is sending the most traffic. And we can highlight those that are carrying AdSense. So very quickly you can optimize your campaigns. So this is some of the use cases for a variety of different individuals within any agency relating to industry analysis. Jessica.
Okay, Nick, if you just go over to our summary slide. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So what Nick has just shown you is in industry analysis, you can understand your prospect or your client's market. You can benchmark against their competitors and the market leaders. You can optimize client campaigns by investing in the highest ROI channels and reveal the leading sources of traffic to your prospect or client's industry. Finally, you can track your prospect or client's market share and identify new opportunities to win their market. So thank you so much, Nick, for showing us that. I'm looking forward to the next part.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica. So what I'd now like to do is let's drill down a level further and let's plug in Best Buy. And here we can add in up to 5 domains, and for the sake of this session, let's just add in Walmart and Target. A few things to look at. It's worth noting here on our date picker the custom date range, so you can isolate seasonal. And with our last 28 days filter, this is a moving window. Our data is refreshed on a daily basis with a 2-day lag, so you can stay on top of current trends and campaigns. So that we can see year-over-year analysis, which is often a very popular metric for agencies to communicate to their clients, I'm now going to scroll down and look at a daily basis. You can see here there's a gap as daily visits is being backdated all the time as we develop and update the product feature set. But we can see very clearly here the 2 spikes from Black Friday last year, 2015, where we can see Walmart has got 11.8 million visits, versus this year, 31 million. So you can break this traffic down on a daily basis for a year-on-year comparison. The final thing I'd quickly like to highlight here is the percentage share of desktop versus mobile. And for account managers or strategic directors or creative teams looking to put in place specific mobile campaigns, you're able to gain a similar insight isolating desktop versus mobile web traffic. Again, I have this on a worldwide level, but if we were looking to the opportunities in a specific market, you can again very simply apply a US country filter, of which approximately half the states are also included. So this is some new functionality on the site, and Jessica, I'll just quickly allow you to summarize.
Thank you, Nick. So what we've just looked at is our website analysis overview. I'm sure a lot of you are quite familiar with that section, actually. And what we can do using this is to perform daily, week over week, or year over year, or any sort of seasonal analysis, as Nick just showed us. You can optimize client campaigns based on the desktop and our mobile web data. You can also isolate traffic for a specific geo in order to optimize local campaigns, as well as we have that worldwide filter for global campaigns, and to plan and deliver campaigns with really granular multi-traffic data, which is one of the unique selling points of SimilarWeb, I would say. So thanks, Nick.
No problem. So what I'd like to highlight now is a tool called Popular Pages. This is actually a feature that indexes the top 1,000 URLs of any particular domain. And for agencies, provides a whole new dimension for their clients. What we're looking at now is Best Buy. I'm going to reapply our last 28-day filter, and I'm going to look at folder analysis. With this particular tool, you can benchmark particular categories. So here we can see the folder for Black Friday was getting 5% of total traffic versus 2% for Cyber Monday. Now this is quite interesting as we scroll down, because we can start to see the most popular categories. So again, if you were to pull this report month over month, you could then benchmark the share of traffic that Best Buy were receiving for laptops and computers versus their competitors with a similar category for Walmart or Target. We can now drill down to a deeper level and look at pages. So for this, there's a number of different insights that we can pull. Quickly looking through Walmart, what we can get is a snapshot of the sales funnel. So here we can see the checkout, payment, thank you, top level carts. So again, because this is an index of the top 1,000 pages, it's not what we would consider a pure conversion analysis, but certainly for new pitches, we can demonstrate opportunities for new potential clients to optimize traffic around a particular category and understand how they perform against their competitors. Another feature of this would be on-site keywords. So if we look at line number 8, we can see /search. As we scroll down, because we pick up our data at a URL level, we can start to get some insights as to what people are actually searching for on their domain. So this can be used in a number of ways. Before preparing for this session, I wasn't quite familiar with what a Hatchimal was, but apparently it's a toy that's popular in the States. So whether we're doing some content marketing promotion around this, or whether we're cross-referencing this back against all the search keywords, with the volume of data that we have, this will take a few seconds to load up. We can simply look at the universe and all the keyword modifiers around HTML. So here, over the last 3 months, we can see almost 1 billion visits from 51,000 different keywords. If I simply add in the term Hatchimals or iPad Pro, we can see the battleground around all the modifiers. So here I can see the level of interest is for Walmart and Target as opposed to Best Buy. If we change this to iPad Pro, we can see the different keywords and with which we're picking up 33, which can be modified around this particular term. These are some of the top-level insights available with popular pages, and very shortly I'll come on to explain a few new features around custom reports. So Jessica.
Thank you, Nick. So just to recap, with popular pages, you can track historical performance as well as market share, either by folder or at the page level. You can identify the top performing on-site keywords per domain by understanding the structure of the URL. You can get a snapshot of a competitor's sales funnel, again by understanding the structure of the URL and seeing whether it's add to cart or some other term in the URL. And finally, you can optimize and create your content around your competitors' leading pages. So really understand what is their content strategy and what's driving the traffic to their website. So thank you, Nick.
My pleasure. So there has been a raft of new product releases over the past few months, and should you wish to get any more information about how these can support your use cases, please feel free to reach out to us during or after this session or directly with your account manager. To summarize one final element that has just been released and made available, we have developed a number of different reports for agencies to provide on behalf of their clients. The Brand Market Landscape Report. This is a report to help map out retailers who distribute consumer goods brands to identify in either existing or new markets retailers that can support their business, getting unbiased reporting and brand visibility according to market share and growth potential. I mentioned our conversion analysis previously, and we can do this across brand, channel, and category, across industry sectors with large volumes of traffic. We can do some conversion analysis both for on-site keywords, external keywords, and also referring sites. And obviously this can have a significant impact on both strategic and budgetary decision making. Jessica, over to you.
Thank you so much, Nick. So if you didn't know already, I'm actually in the UK office and Nick is in the Tel Aviv office. So this is why we have to switch controls between us occasionally. So now you should all be able to see my screen, and I would just like to summarize very quickly sort of everything that we've covered in today's webinar before we jump onto the Q&A. So today we've really just showed you a taster of our capabilities. So just to summarize, you can now, with the launch of market intelligence for agencies, you can get more with SimilarWeb. You can get deeper client and market knowledge to help you build stronger pitches, to offer better account management and smarter strategic planning to your existing clients. SimilarWeb offers total digital coverage, covering desktop, mobile sites, so you can service both international brands as well as any local accounts with country-specific data. And finally, we make reporting, hopefully for you, easy through our downloadable charts, our ability to export anything into Excel, and our PDF downloads right from within the platform. So for any more information on subjects that we maybe didn't have a chance to cover, you will be able to be in touch with your account manager who can show you more in depth how to achieve some of those use cases that Nick showed us today, as well as any others. I also wanted to let you know that we've actually shared on the webinar, we've shared with you a deck that you can download from the webinar dashboard, which covers all of the use cases we've talked about today and shows you sort of some examples. So that's something you can take a look at after the webinar. We're now going to move on to the Q&A section. So we have one question. James asked, he said that you mentioned that you have data on mobile apps, but we didn't hear much about that today. What exactly is your app offering? So James, unfortunately we didn't have time to discuss everything today, but your account manager would be very happy materials with you around that. In short, we offer download, engagement, and demographic data for Android apps. This can help you benchmark and learn from your clients' competitors and market leaders. If we have a minute, maybe Nick, do you want to just show a quick view of the app section within the platform?
Very briefly, I'll see what we can do. Bear with me. So let's just quickly find an app. This is the Geek Squad. So this is app ranking. The areas you were referring to, Jessica, app audience, which is a new release, where we can see the age group and gender, age distribution. And very quickly, and what I think is quite an exciting new release, you can see here in beta we have total downloads. Let's just map this over time. So you can see here the active usage. So here, if you're looking to benchmark on behalf of clients who have cross-device solutions, desktop, mobile, web, and mobile app, you can see performance, not just around downloads, but active usage, as well as the usage patterns, which may be useful for planning cross-promotional campaigns with other apps. This will actually pull up data, as you can see here, by hour of day, so that we can see here this particular app is used more heavily throughout the duration of the day than the industry leaders, and the days of use. So this is useful for launching campaigns. We can also see what retention levels are like, so again you can benchmark the success of your campaigns. I hope that helps, Jessica.
That's great, Nick. Thank you. We have one other question. If you stay within the platform, because we can hopefully show this as well. So we have one other question from one of our attendees asking, from the referral traffic sources, can we dig into which campaigns are bringing the most traffic? So if you want to maybe go back to the referral section and just show what we can see.
That's a great question, and not one I like to receive. Let's put on Best Buy. So I'll quickly highlight for you referrals traffic over the last quarter for Best Buy. So here you can certainly get a sense of who the top performing affiliate partners are. So as we wait for this data to load up, I can see in the last quarter nearly 35 million visits, and this is just desktop visits, coming from nearly 2,000 different websites, and we can see here the share of traffic for each. With regards to the specific campaign, this is where, with some deeper analysis, the Popular Pages tool might become a good supporting aid, because UTM code as well. So combining the referrals data with some of the insights from the popular pages should support that particular need. Jessica, back to you.
We hope that you enjoyed today's webinar and that you really get the full SimilarWeb value for you and your clients, and we hope that you learned something new today. Thank you so much for joining us. For any more information, please contact your account manager, and also feel free to email us at similarwebinars@similarweb.com. Thank you very much from both Nick and myself.
Thanks everyone. Have a good evening.